This time on the hard way, we talk shit for half an hour, then I edit out most of it. So this is going to be a bit of a rig rundown, car chat. I'll go over this thing. For starters, I bought it, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. Got it for $3,000. It's a 2000 Hilux single cab 4-wheel drive. It's petrol. I want diesel, but whatever. It's what I can afford. Used to have a tub on it. Since that, got rid of that. Built a tray for it. Now it's sort of slowly turning into exactly what I want. Used to have the 4Runner a couple of months ago, but that blew a gearbox, so I just got rid of it. It was time to go. But I figured, fuck it, I'll just build exactly what I want to have, exactly what's going to suit me perfectly. So I spent a couple of weeks building the bull bar. It's what is it? Houses a winch, houses a light bar down the bottom, 22-inch light bar, has provisions for fog lights, just haven't done them yet. Soon. Aerial mount, whatever. Then what? We've got 33-inch Lake Sea crocodile mud tyres. They're just cheapies. They're not the greatest, but they're not the worst. I've been stuck with them once, and that was in the sand because I drove onto the soft stuff and stopped. So I'm not really blaming the tyres for that one. That was my own stupidity. We've got 2 inches of lift front and rear. I think it was lifted when I got it, so we'll just pretend like it's 2 inches. Sure. Got a bit of a 12-volt setup. I'll run you through that in its own little segment because it needs some time. Custom built tray. This has taken me a month and a half of just working in the afternoons after I finish work and the occasional weekend. It's all 3mm steel, 35 by 65 rectangle tubing as the external frame, then 25 by 25 as the underneath of the floor. It's got a spot for auxiliary water tank. Haven't done it yet, another video. It's got deep cycle battery on the other side, 120 amp hour fusion battery I think it is. We've got a toolbox down there that I've just recently put on because I needed some space to put shit without having to tie it all down. Got 4 on either side tie down points. I didn't want to have side rails, I just don't like the look of them. My car, I do it how I want it to do. Boxed in section for the tail lights, so I can drop it off onto a rock and I pretty much guarantee those aren't going to get destroyed, which is nice. Got to do wheel arches still. There's just some temporary ones on there so it keeps me legal. Then I'm going to do canopy. I'll build my own. It's just come in the mail today. I've got a new high lift jack. I got some max tracks, so we're going to build a mount up on the headboard for both of them. Should be kind of cool looking, maybe, or it could look shit, who knows. Still got to work out how to mount a spare. That's still got to happen, but we'll get there with that one. So, yeah. Righto, I'll go for a bit of a wander around and I'll show you the rest of the truck. So we'll start up the front. This is the custom made bull bar I was talking about. No hoods, I just don't like the look of them. It's got eBay light bar down there, eBay winch, but what it does have is My clutch is really accessible because I don't want to have to open the bonnet or wait to pull out the winch, especially if I'm stuck. Last thing I want to do is sit around. So 2 weeks took to build this. It's not too bad, it's not the greatest, but whatever, does the job. Got the sun raisers there, as always. Everyone's got them. Crocodile mud tyres. They're kind of aggressive. They're pretty noisy, but you know, overall they're not too bad. Got to have the garden edging to cover them up, just to keep me legal. ARB side steps, rock sliders. Yet to put them on anything. Yet to hit a rock with them, but they are great to step into, especially because I'm short. Here's this toolbox with a little latch. Decent sized box, can fit a whole bunch of stuff in it, can fit the compressor, can fit most of my recovery gear. It's perfect for what I need it for. On to the 12 volt. So, got Anderson for solar, double SIG sockets, USB, 10 fuse block running. I think there's 9 things plugged into it at the moment, so it's getting used. There's the CTEK battery sense. If you know anything about that, you know it's an awesome product. It's Bluetooth controlled, so you can check out what's going on in your battery from your phone, from the comfort of your seat, from your chair in camp. Just got a little gauge up here, just shows me everything that's going on with that second battery, because the last thing I want to do is run it flat. Got 6-gang switch down here. Don't mind the writing, I need to get some labels for it. So they control all my lights, and eventually I'll have one of those switches controlling the compressor. I'm going to be hard mounting the compressor to the car, so it's permanent there, and then I just plug in the air lines to the compressor or the tank. So yeah, most of this stuff is run off the second battery. The only thing that isn't is the main front light bars, and the compressor will be run off the front battery as well. Just, it's a big draw item, so I'd rather it off the cranking battery than the deep cycle. Also got an Anderson plug back here on the tray, just for the fridge. There's my battery down there. Don't mind the dirt. It's, tyres there, battery's there. It's going to get dirty until I put a wheel arch on it. I'll get there. Now, on to the tray. So this is the tray. This thing took me 2 months to build, a lot of time, not that much money. It doesn't cost that much to build a tray if you really look for bargains. So here, and here, we've got, and here, we've got all my tie down points. In which these little guys, they just clip in. Like so. Perfect. Tie down points don't get stolen. They don't look terrible. That's the main thing. Hook in the center for the dog lead, gotta have it. Mount for the buggy whip. So this is not a $300 buggy whip. This is something that I built for $30, and I think it looks pretty cool. Only looks good at night though, from 20 meters away. Down here, tail lights, reverse brake tail indicator, obviously. This is all 3mm steel, so this is never going to go anywhere if I smack a rock. Got ARB tow bar. It's kind of ugly, I kind of hate it, but it's got to be there. I need to tow a trailer every so often. I will get a new tow bar for it. It's not high on the priorities list at the moment. Other things have to come first, like wheel arches. Up top we've got the headboard. It's not finished yet, it is ugly at the moment. It's getting there. Got 52-inch curved light bar, eBay job. on the roof pointing forward, 22-inch Adventure Kings light bar pointing back for reasons. All of everything you see light-wise is controlled by those switches in the front of the car. They're perfect for it. It's a great switch box. It's all J-car stuff, so it's decent quality. It was kind of expensive, but everything's controlled from there. So down the track, I'm going to have a second control panel on the back, probably on the passenger side, because that's where we cook from when we camp. I've got to make an awning mount of some description. I haven't worked out how I want to do that yet, but you know, I'll take you along for that drive. On the side, we've got 3 red marker lights either side. Call me a bogan, call me whatever you want, but I like them and it's my truck, so. These are my little temporary wheel arches. They work. That's all I gotta do.